Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. So I am Natasha Bray. I'm a coach, healer, and the founder of HeartHealing. And today I'm here with the amazing Nat and Cat from Hustle and Health. They are health and high performance coaches, amazing health and high performance coaches. And last year they also trained in heart healing to bring something really unique to serve their clients and help them get better results. So I'm just going to hand you over to these lovely ladies now. If you can tell us a bit more about what you do.
Yeah, you want to go
No,
first?
you go first, then I'll
You know
follow.
I'm going to be talking most of the
No,
time.
I'll get to interject.
Okay, so as health and high performance coaches, we take a very much holistic, whole woman viewpoint of not only what do you need in terms of your physical needs around health, but we take a bigger stance around the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual and how it impacts physical well-being. And we move from being in a sickness to wellness continuum to moving towards fitness in all areas. And fitness in all areas, emotional, mental, and spiritual capacity, is where thriving exists. I think we've had conversations around this in terms of overflow and abundance. So it's moving the whole self towards that thriving capacity that allows us to live the most fulfilling life powered by our health.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. And you have a very unique approach, I think, compared to most people out there who are looking at health and wellness and fitness transformation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for the longest time, my viewpoint against things was very different. From one point of view, I have a lived journey. So
Mm.
does Catherine, but our lived
They're very
experiences are
different.
polar opposite. So I come from that sickness element where I was working long hours in a sedentary capacity and became like morbidly obese, just where my health wasn't the priority. I was very busy making money and striving to build a business. I was in that hustle culture. And Catherine, I won't answer.
You can answer for me or the flow. I don't need to disturb your flow.
Catherine's background's elite athlete. So we're at the polar ends of this spectrum.
Mm.
And so both of us are driven by a passion based on our own lived experiences of how we want other women to thrive. But like so often you're living your life trying to help others, and not always do you realize that actually there's still the work that you need to do on yourself. And there's been many times in the past where I knew that I wanted to help people, but there wasn't always the amount of clarity around how I could help people to truly thrive in all areas of their life, and really to get myself into that position as well. Along the way, I'm sure we'll come back into this. It's been a work in process, right? As we all are, but very much from myself has been showing others how I learn or the obstacles that I've overcome, and then helping them fast track through them, and using the journey that I went on to become professionally qualified with all of the science and the evidence behind it, but understanding how I felt in the journey. But for me, there was a huge part missing, really, where there was still a lot of healing to be done that was underneath it all that I didn't have access to or was aware of that still needed, because I felt very much that I'd done the work that I needed to do, if this makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
because I know it was quite a big physical transformation you had.
yeah.
How much sort of weight you mentioned you were obese before. How much weight did you lose in terms of transforming into the body that you have today?
So from a physical transformation point of view, I've lost over 6.5 stone.
Nice. Mm.
And that was something that wasn't easy. It was a
Mm.
struggle, right? So
Mm.
I'll come into that in a little bit more of a detail. I think in itself that became a little bit of an obsession,
Mm.
um, and very much became an identity in itself. But with the physical transformation, when you see that, it seems so obvious that it can seem like, well, I've done that now. So all of the work is done. I am healed,
Mm.
but it's not always the case. And I knew that there was something missing. I couldn't put my finger on it, I knew there was something missing, and I wouldn't have described myself as not feeling complete or not being whole, but I remember significantly a time in my life, and I was sat in first class having flown from Spain, where I was living, to Australia. So I'd flown the other side of the world, first class, had a seven-figure business, married, two kids, this idyllic life in Spain, and just feel, and I'd lost all of this weight. I had beautiful physique and all of the things, but still feeling like something was missing. Like, is this it? Like,
Yeah,
is,
I've been
is
there, and
it,
I know a
is
lot
Yeah.
of other.
is this it?
Yeah.
Like, it not feeling
How you expected it to
how
feel.
I expected to feel, but
Yeah.
not really even knowing how I expected it to feel. I'm ticking all of these boxes.
Why am I feeling how it's supposed
Yeah.
to feel, this experience? Yeah.
Yeah, and that very much signified to me there's something else. And at the time, I remember kind of browsing on social media, maybe a little bit of doom scrolling like you do, and seeing a Facebook post from yourself. And it very much talked about this wholeness, this sense of self, about self-sabotage. And it was like these little moments just kind of like pinging off. And I followed you from that moment. I'm one of these people that will sit there for a good couple of years and
then buy everything
and
then
follow.
continue to buy
Yeah, like
everything.
I'm going to consume everything. I'm going to
Just
consume
stop for a
everything.
while.
Like trust totally missing from my life. So needing to try and build that up was a massive thing. And just kind of almost it went to the back of my mind. And then fast forward a few years, and I met Cat Marshall. Cat Marshall actually came into my group, and at the time my financial situation had completely 360'd. I'd walked away from a business that was incredibly successful but didn't fulfill me with any kind of purpose or personal kind of real satisfaction, and I thought that's what was missing. And so actually at the age of 36 I completely re-qualified as a personal trainer because that was my passion. The experience that I'd had in my physical transformation is what I wanted to pass on to others. And I moved and walked away from this seven-figure business completely and went and took a job on 10 euros an hour and stepped into this belief that I couldn't have both money and a job that was led by passion, that I fully enjoyed or felt was purposeful. And I know this is stuff we've spoken about. So it was a limiting belief that I was holding. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know how many things were actually directing me in the way that I was in these stuck loops and patterns that I had no idea that
It's
were going.
interesting too, though. You're like, oh, well, off on wholeness then in the purpose-driven work that I'm now doing. Yeah.
It's design. It was like when Kat came into the program, I almost felt like I was wearing a mask. We've spoken about this before. It's like, oh, this one can see me. But not knowing even what that was, but feeling it. And Kat came into my program at the time, and it was actually her partner Will that benefited most and followed all of the advice that was given. I think Kat's very much a vessel for that, isn't she? She positions herself in a way that she very much helps others. And there was these significant, like life-changing improvements for her partner. But we became kind of friends through it. And she mentioned heart healing. And this was a conversation that came up. And I kind of remember feeling like, I don't need that, you know? Like, and I have conversations with women now, and they're like,
I don't need that. I've done the work. I don't need that. And in your head, you're like, no, you do though. But you do. But let's come back
it's
a
so,
little bit this way.
and that's the most profound thing, is that the biggest limiting belief that I had of all was that I didn't need heart healing. But Kat was looking at doing the life regression, and of course this has got much more of a sexy theme around it. It's a sexier title, and I was like, yeah, that's probably a bit of me. She asked me to do a case study.
Yeah.
Yeah, past life.
Just for anyone watching, Cat Marshall is one of our heart healing practitioners also, and she was one of the first ones to train with us in 2019. So you were in good hands there when you were.
Well, yeah, but when we did the session, this past life session, the door wouldn't open. Funnily enough, surprisingly enough, that door was absolutely bolted locked. But that forced me in a very kind and loving way to actually look at all of the things that I hadn't worked through.
Mm.
And those being love, trust,
Worth.
worth, and acceptance. And doing the first heart healing with her, and it taken me back to my childhood and the most wild experience, like the clarity of the vision and the feeling and the sense of knowing that I got from this, the lightness that it gave me. It changed how much love I felt inside me instantaneously towards my mom and my girls. And I didn't perceive I had a problem or any kind of barrier in loving them. It was like my heart got cracked
I would
wide
say,
open.
look, from a partner perspective, and we can go into the professional in a minute, but from a partner perspective, I would say you disconnected less.
Right.
She's more present. There's
Yeah.
that tendency to, okay, I'm pushed over here, I'm just gonna kind of disconnect. And you're like, as a partner, hey, where are you? Where did you go? But like you can't actually verbalize that because the other person's like, I'm here, I'm right here. But there's that intangible feeling of like, okay, you are present. And that's like one of the biggest things that I noticed from
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it was life-changing. And
Yeah.
both of my girls recognized it pretty much straight away. And my eldest, who's 19, is like, you're a completely different mum.
Yeah. Wow. Was
And
that sorry, was that
yeah.
from the first past life heart healing and then you went into
Yeah.
at the
So with
same?
that first past life heart healing, I think the
Mhm.
the draw was that I was gonna be this case study, right? I was
Yeah.
gonna help Kat out, and I was gonna be this case
I
study.
don't need it, I'm just helping. And then
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you
Yeah, there's no
know,
pressure. It's like, it's fine. I'm a good
I'm a
Samaritan.
high performing, high achieving women. We're strong, we're capable, we don't need help from anybody. So, and it's like us that actually need the help the most
Right.
because we do really need to let those walls down in order for us to level up. And the guard is there to protect us, and it's okay. How do we work around this guard in a way that allows us to build psychological safety? Because the reality is the guard is up because we don't fully have the psychological safety that we need. We need to feel safe within our bodies. So it's that kind of almost entanglement of emotional feeling around this,
And
which
so
is sorry, yeah, go for it. Did you? Yeah.
you obviously can't notice a difference in you, your kids notice a difference in you. How did it change things in your business?
Ah, this is a great question, right?
Mhm.
So, from that moment, we decided to close down our gym.
We're like, this is too small. This is like our ceiling for growth is monumental
Goose
here. And
pimples,
we
yeah,
just, yeah.
yeah. We felt that what we were doing was being capped. We'd taken on a failing gym. We weren't making masses of money for it because there's big overheads with gyms. Okay. So we put all of this like effort, and again, I'm just going to refer to, we were working really hard. Okay. And we were working really hard because that's kind of like was my MO for everything. And the gym had doubled in size. We'd taking it from working at a loss to it was a profitable business, but it was capped, it was limited. And when you looked at it, what we were doing was very restricted. And the majority of people that were coming, we could see this is more than just air squats. We can help
We can
these.
help these people on a different level, but because we're in the context of a gym, they're not coming for that. They're
Yeah.
coming for the squats. They're
Yeah.
coming to train. They're coming to burn off all of their anger, their sad, whatever it is. But it's like we know that's not the issue. The issue is over here. So in order for us to grow and to impact the people that we want to impact, we need to close this down and up shop and start something else.
Yeah, we even asked the gym members, and a lot of them are coming to blow off steam. And you're coming to blow off steam, and you're working on your physical body, and it wasn't always giving them the resolution that we wanted. And this is where we talk about whole woman health and looking at the woman as a whole and looking at the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual side. When you're just working in a physical capacity, you're incredibly restricted to actually get the resolution that you want or get the transformation that you want, or to be able to sustain it. And that's what we want, right? We want this to feel effortless, at ease. We want to feel that actually it's sustainable to have the transformation in the body that we want to live in, and that feels strong and healthy and good. And when we looked at it, we just felt that we had so much more to offer. I felt there was so much more potential that we were limited by. And so we took the decision to close down the gym and move fully online. And that was the best decision ever.
That was absolutely the best decision either. And like, people are you crazy? You know, and you're leaving behind a massive community where there's a lot of magic being made, but it's understanding that, okay, in order to grow, we have to let this go. But also, I would say we brought HeartHealing in because it was a cap. There's a cap in. You can have all the nutrition knowledge, you can have the perfect training plan, you can have the mindset tools. And I am a big mindset person. I absolutely believe in behavioral and performance psychology. But there's some things that won't reach. And that was always a limiting factor. It was like, great, you're doing all of these things, but why do you keep regressing backwards? What's going on? What happened to you? What are you holding on to on a subconscious level that's running the show? And that's what we need to get into. And for me, it was very much, this is the missing link. Like, we went on a walk, myself and Natalie, and she told me, hey, I have this friend, Kat Marshall, and she's into heart healing. I'm like, what the hell is that? I need to know about that. That's the missing link. And for me, it was a no-brainer. And when you reached out, I was like, not the time yet, not the time yet, not the time yet. Fuck it, let's go. And it's like one of the best decisions because it allows us to really reach women on a deep level without getting stuck and move forward.
We didn't have the money.
Yeah, we didn't have the money. We were like in the middle of like dismantling and selling the gym, and you're like, hey, I've got this offer. And I'm like, fuck, but I was like, let's go. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We
because
just knew. We knew.
That was it. Yeah.
And I say we didn't have the money because the solution, the reality was, we were like, we're closing down this gym. And
we had to pay back 35K. So we're like, okay. And then
we had to sell.
You were in a big transition.
Everything. So like sell dumbbell by dumbbell, floor square by floor square in Spanish to Spanish hustlers, every single piece of this, while simultaneously I was living with my ex-husband, going through a divorce and trying to sell the house at the same time.
So there's a lot of moving parts, but also equally when you're clear, you're clear.
But knowing that it was the missing piece.
Yeah. And you make that happen. That's why I'm a big believer of just go with it. Go with your intuition. You'll figure out a way.
I'm curious, Kat, because you obviously signed up to the HeartHealing certification first.
Yeah.
And then Natalie was like, I need to be in on this as well.
She got the FOMO. She got the FOMO. She's like, I can't let you.
Actually, it was so much deeper than that because I did Ultimate Up Level.
Yeah.
Right. I did and it was originally Success Mastery. And that blew what we did with Kat into this humongous aha moment for me, because I got goosebumps.
She was having revelations week on week.
Oh, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. It was like,
it's like unlocking you.
Yeah, it was like I was ready. It was like the heart healing had opened the readiness from the, like, okay, now you're ready. It was like this position of let's go. And it was like module after module. It was like, boom, boom, boom. I get it. And it was showing me parts of myself and stories I'd been telling myself or I'd been living behind and holding on to or holding me back that just simply did not serve how I wanted to move forward, but I didn't understand it all. And it just was like cleaning the windows and looking outside and seeing the sunshine in the bluest sky. I was like, oh my gosh. Friendships, teachers, my parents, my sister, other family members, partners that I'd had, all of these things, it just was like a domino effect of everything making more sense and actually feeling a lot more peaceful, bringing me just a lot more sense of calm.
Yeah.
So much more calm. And the way that it's structured, for me, I don't like to sit at a desk and do things. I like to move whilst I'm listening and learning. It works best for me in that way. And the way that the course was structured is I was able to absorb it in bite-sized pieces that was easy to digest. So I was able to stick to it and consistently do it and finish it, which I'm one of these people who will pick up a book. It's a good idea, not finish it, right? It has to hold my attention, right? So this was like, oh my goodness. And then listening to the sound clips at night was just so easy to do. Just listening to the imprints and the activations, listening to those I would just felt a sense of this is really reaffirming the beliefs that are going to help move me forward from having me stuck in what was. I was in,
It's a negative dynamic.
I was going round in the circles. I was going round in circles, going round in circles.
Sabotaging
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the time. So yeah, we find other ways. If we're not sabotaging with our body, we'll find a different way if we haven't actually healed what is at the root of causing that
100%.
in the
Yeah.
first place. And just for anyone watching, Ultimate Up Level Academy was my signature program that I integrated heart healing into specifically to help business women unlock more success in love and business, so across self-love and relationships. So that I know was a big and big
Huge,
transformation
huge for
journey.
how we run our business
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah,
like that. The way in which the course was, and for me, it was like listening to all of it, and then there's a piece at the end where I think is absolutely beautiful how you put it together because you share how you can implement this in a way that you can then take your business or how you can structure your business so you're not hustling. And so I've mentioned a few times hard worker, hustler. One of the reasons our business is hustle and health is
mm,
because I identify really as being that hustler until I actually learn, okay, this is how I can make things work for me rather than me working hard all the time. And we refirm this as moving away from being the hard worker to becoming the high performer. And actually looking at how our business was structured, how we could make it easier for women coming into our business to have greater success, but using a model where we actually looked at breaking bits away from it and actually creating an ascension ladder like we do today, that it's just completely changed the game on the way that health and fitness is approached for women.
yeah,
And then this ultimately was that moment just before the cohort went live to do heart healing. I'd finished the ultimate up level. I'd learned about my own human design and how significant my human design is for me to learn, fail, and fast track other people through things. So it just doesn't take them as long. They can just fast track success. And so my whole body was goosebumping, swapping messages with you about knowing that I was going to do heart healing too, because it wasn't the original intention, was it?
No.
It was just going to
We were
be
like divide and
Catherine.
conquer. There's two of us. Why would we both need to? And
yeah,
then we realized actually the need for both of us is far greater than
Yeah.
we thought.
And it's understanding how heart healing works and having experienced the journey in its fullest for me, how impactful it is in the way that these things physically manifest in the
Yeah.
body
yeah.
is just so connected.
And I guess you had an experience of how I integrate it with my area of expertise for business women,
Yeah.
and then that essentially showed you how you could
Yeah.
integrate it with your expertise in terms of high performance. Also, you mostly work with business women as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, professional women, women who work in a professional capacity, hard working women,
High achieving,
hardworking,
hardworking.
high
Yeah.
achieving women.
I'm ready
Um,
for a different way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and it's it's great actually because I know that I've seen a lot of similarities between your journey and mine,
Mm,
and then I see those reflections in the journeys of the women that I work with, and I feel like it's a huge ripple effect
mm.
because most of the women that we work with also have communities of women, and I
Yeah,
think this is
Yeah.
where the work that we're doing, our business is fantastic from a financial point of view. The success we've had speaks for itself. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
yeah.
We're currently sat in the midst of our biggest launch ever. Everything is going from strength
But
to
but
strength.
the thing is, it's flowing. It's easy in that it's
Yeah.
just
Well,
coming. You
I'm
let go and you
passionate.
surrender. You trust.
Which
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
blows
definitely
blows
passionate.
that
yeah.
limiting belief out
Yeah.
of the water because I'm working with the women I'm here to serve. I
Yeah.
absolutely love what I
Yeah.
do. It's
And that's the thing, you get amazing results with your clients, which is half of the battle. But
Yeah.
that also you're getting amazing results for yourself now
Yeah.
in this new evolution of your work and how you're both bringing that to the world. I'm curious, did you have any subconscious qualifications before heart healing? So this was your first
There's
experience
a
of
lot
doing
of
that.
mindset, a lot of NLP, CBT, and
Yeah.
also I was between, should I do hypnotherapy or should I do this? And then this just spoke to me more.
Yeah.
One, from knowing Kat and your experience, speaking about her,
It's
and then
wild,
also just from getting to know you better from reading your book. I was like, this is just a better fit.
Yeah, and we've both done a similar. Well, we both did a nutrition coaching qualification that encompasses psychological habit and behavior
Yeah.
change. So that part leads into actually understanding how, when you change things, it's subconscious, because it's the psychological element of change that's the hardest thing to change. It's having to be able to change your habits, but if you don't change your thoughts, your feelings, or your emotions, which determine your habits, your behaviors, and your actions,
where you derive your worth, what allows you to feel enough,
you're constantly in that sabotage loop. And so heart healing takes it all the way back to the root.
And you don't know about subconscious work until you try it yourself for the first time, right? And experience the power of it.
No.
So the reason I asked was because obviously we have people who are already in the healing space, I guess, in terms of they are therapists, already hypnotherapists, therapists, doctors, psychologists. But then we also have people like yourselves who are, I guess, hidden healers in some way. You know, you're doing very powerful transformational work, but just not working at the subconscious level yet. And then you've now brought that into your business with your clients, especially in your particular niche of health and high performance.
Yeah.
You're the first to do that with heart healing. So I love the fact that you've innovated that. But also, as people new to then this deeper work, training in it specifically, how was that for you as an experience?
From the results we see with our clients.
Or
From
from going
more
through.
from the certification perspective, and then we'll talk about the results your clients have seen.
Okay, you want to go first?
I thought it was seamless. I thought it was really well organized. I thought there was a lot of support. I was fascinated by the material. I thought there was a lot of different case studies to watch to further reaffirm and reassert what you had learned within the modules. I thought it flowed really well. I thought it flowed. My experience of it was absolutely fascinating. I didn't feel lost. I got it. It just clicked. Yeah, that's my experience. Definitely.
I think it's interesting for anyone who's watching this as well, or who may be concerned about how their personal learning style is to understand the different learning styles and backgrounds of both of us. So Catherine has a master's degree. She's been to university and is well educated. I left school at 15. So
We really do our both ends of the spectrum.
we are just completely different. And for me, I'm somebody who really needs to be hands-on with what I'm doing. That practical element of it, of learning and putting something into practice at the same time. And so from that point of view, heart healing worked for me. Again, it's it was easy to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, here is your tutorials. We're going to do plug and play. We're going to follow all of this. And then it's actually getting into the case studies. And when I did those case studies, my first case study, I actually submitted what I believed to be the weaker one of all, because I wanted to get the feedback from it. I'm a massive advocate of learn from your failures, right? Fail forward, learn from your adversity. That's my MO. And so I put this forward, and then I was really nervous, right? Because everyone's like, we don't want to fail. And the level of feedback that I got, the level of attention to detail over all of it that we received through every single case study that we put in, we were able to build so much confidence from the first to the last one. I just was like, oh my God, this really works. Like, this is so easy to actually implement and get phenomenal results and just feel so confident doing so. And being able to then go on that journey with the client, that is the just most profound experience of all what we've accompanied people on. And sometimes it's very sensitive, you know.
Yeah, you'll know.
And
There's a lot of
it's a privilege to go on those journeys with people, but what you actually experience and the relief that you can help people with, so that they're not in that entanglement with that stress and that frustration of being able to do the thing that they want to do. They can break through that barrier, stop self-sabotaging, and actually do the thing that they want to do. And the big link that we see is this whole confidence thing open up, this whole confidence about being more visible. And
less overthinking,
every single
less,
client is making more money in business. Every single client
Let's
is going up more. Yeah.
tell me all about the impact on your clients then, because you deliver this. Sometimes you do one-to-one, but most
sometimes
of your
one-to-one,
work
sometimes
is
group.
group,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
And
even
you've
it's group.
integrated heart healing into sort of every part of your Ascension business ladder, essentially, haven't you?
Essentially.
Yeah, it's insane because people show up more. They show up more. They speak their truth more. They ask for the thing that they want more. And I think if I use myself as well, so I'm not naming anybody in this, and then I'll bring it around to non-named clients as well. For me, standing in front of a camera or talking to a camera like this, big deal. Like hiding my face or wanting to hide back, massive deal.
Or recording videos and deleting them and wasting hours.
Right?
Material.
Not a
Remember my
problem.
years
Just
spent
ship it. Just ship it now.
Not a problem anymore.
Yeah.
The conversations that we're having, people with our clients who are attending more events, speaking on stages, having more clarity around what it is that they want in their business, putting their prices up, knowing what to put in their Instagram bio about what it is that they do, because they for years they've been stuck with this whole who do I help, and now they know exactly who they are
Because they know themselves.
it's moved that away, which means it's attracting more of their ideal clients to them without having to sit there and do a course on who their ideal client is, because they're able to access their intuition because the blocks have been removed, and they're not sabotaging themselves from showing up fully as they are. They feel safe to be seen. And so all of this is just absolutely, it's like a domino effect. And then you're seeing that therefore they're not emotionally eating because they're not sabotaging themselves in other areas of their life. They're feeling fulfilled and happy. It then has this domino effect too.
Right.
There's no emotional eating or drinking going on to try and pacify these things.
Or try to fulfill that need, because that need is already being fulfilled in the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had instances where clients are making more money than me. They've got 50k months back to back that they're making since removing these blocks and limitations, coming away from playing small and doing things because that's where they thought they had to do it, where it just isn't, and then going off and being amplified and knowing that they're actually doing what they're here to do and living their purpose. Clients saying things like, and one of my highest paying clients after her first heart healing was like, that's the best money I've ever spent. You know, it's like,
I love hearing that.
I love that. Yeah.
I like the clients through the clients' stories.
Yeah.
And it's like it's having that feedback, seeing people make success in other areas of their life, because it works. It
also,
works.
you are the common denominator in everything. So your body, your well-being, your health, and that holistic health approach, the physical as well as the emotional, the spiritual. Is it 5 dimensions you cover that you said?
We focus on it as it being the four. We call it the energy quadrant that we focus on, which is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And you can break them up, but we very much put things like relationships and finance in emotional because they have an emotional impact. So we put things like that in the crossover in there. Some people break it into 5, some people break it into 7. We put it into 4, and then we look at actually how they respond differently and interlink with each other. And you cannot work on one element of your life without having a knock-on effect. Everything is linked in a domino effect. So if you're working negatively in one capacity, it takes you negatively on that spiral. When you work positively in one area of your life, it takes you on that upward spiral. And when you see people going into that, it's like they gain momentum from it, and then it just starts tapping into everything in their lives, and they're feeling good about themselves. That then goes into their relationships, once they're feeling good in that area of their life, or if they're showing up more in their business, or their business feels more aligned and they're coming from a place of purpose, their bank balance is overflowing. It's a direct knock-on effect.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember, even though health was not my particular area of focus with my work, with how I use heart healing with my clients, it is a side effect because it's all interconnected. You feel better about yourself, you change your eating habits, you want to take care of your body more,
Yeah.
you stop self-neglecting. That's a huge thing for entrepreneurial women, I find.
Yeah.
I've had my own journey with that in the
Yeah.
past, my own health journey in the past as well. But it's that big ripple effect on every area, every dimension of your being and your life. You have also had amazing, as a result of that, all of your knowledge combined, you have been getting amazing physical transformations. You with your clients too. You didn't mention that bit, so I'm just pointing.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is a cool one, and
they get younger.
We don't show all of the transformations.
Yeah, because discretion.
Not everybody
privacy
wants their clients or their family to see
I
them
appreciate that.
and stuff like that.
Generic types of transformations,
Yeah.
typically, that
So
people have.
we've had, like, again, it comes down to this. It's like everything starts with ourselves.
Yeah.
Everything comes down to how we see ourselves, what we want for ourselves, and what we believe about ourselves. And then it's having that education about what really does work, so we're not wasting time
and energy
doing other things. So with us combining heart healing, great. The belief, the identity is there. We remove the limiting beliefs, the clarity is there. And it's very easy for somebody to say, tell me what I need to do. And for us to say, this is what really works. And for them to not have that rumination or second guessing.
They'll just do it.
They'll just do the thing, and it feels easy for them. We use tools within our business that eliminate time. So everything is time saving. Everything is evidence-backed. Everything is science-based. So it fast tracks results. It gets you to where you want to be in the fastest amount of time possible.
In the most sustainable amount.
And because the belief is there, you have all of the right information, and you're able to do it in a time-saving way, because we're all busy, right? Everybody is really busy. It's impossible not to get that transformation. And so the transformations that we get are insane, like absolutely insane. Seeing people lose 3 stone in the shortest amount of time. Like, one lady came on board, and just from doing our Unleasher, which is the group-led identity piece, and a 6-week course, lost 3 stone. And we had to go
feeling the best she felt, feeling great. It was,
we had to go to I went back to my uni tutor to discuss this, how this is happening from a physiological point of view, do some checks, make sure everything was okay with her. Is she in good health? Has this negatively impacted her anyway? Because it's an extreme result, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're actually seeing here, and I think this is again very significant to heart healing, is understanding that not the body doesn't just respond to fat, that we have an element of water or stress weight that we will hold on to.
Weight as well.
When we don't feel safe. And so actually implementing safety with the right food, so the body feels safe because it's nourished. And when you nourish your body will heal, and your body will release what it doesn't want. And so when you've got psychological safety and physiological safety, and you combine the two together, the body just goes. And so what we saw,
speaking my language there.
it was like, and like, so we're looking at it, and yes, a significant amount of this is like water or stress, all fat. But we do also need to reflect on this as very busy, stressed women who are running businesses and busy lives and achieving all of the things, that it's not just fat. It is going to be an element of stress that the body is holding onto, a water weight, which is why a calorie deficit doesn't always work.
No, but so how safe your body feels.
Exactly.
It doesn't just affect the
100%.
weight and health issues that your body has. It affects your business and how safe you feel to grow financially and take those opportunities to be seen as well. So it's not a surprise that the multi-dimensional impact and results that your clients are now getting.
It's ultimately about feeling safe in a strong and healthy body. And that strong and healthy body isn't just your physical body, It's feeling safe in your emotional body. It's feeling safe mentally. And it's feeling safe from a spiritual point of view, that your purpose and deeper needs, the things that feel like most aligned, are being met.
Yeah, amazing. Wow. Well, I could be here talking to you all day, ladies, about the amazing work that you're doing. Um, if somebody's watching this and they're thinking, oh, I'd love to train in heart healing, what would you say to them?
Do it.
Do it. Definitely do it.
Do it.
It will give you a greater understanding about yourself, others. It'll absolutely
Yeah.
collapse time on your results in business, in the results that you get with your clients, in whatever ambience you were in. 100%.
And
100%.
look, you know, this comes with the reality of when we're in that position and we're not sure if something's going to be right for us, or like I mentioned, I had all these limiting beliefs. You know, understanding that they're your beliefs, they're not facts.
Yeah.
We've blown the glass ceiling on what we thought was possible by just trusting the process. And at every step along the way, it's just blown up massively in such a good way. And so if anything arises and you start doubting yourself, flip that and ask yourself, but what else is possible? What if it goes right? Because sometimes that's where the biggest fear actually sits. You're sitting in the fear of what if it goes right, of what if I am seen. And that then comes back to safety. And that is what heart healing will help you with. So the biggest fears that you have around your success or not being successful will be answered during the process as well, because that's what heart healing does.
Amazing. Thank you. And for anyone who wants to find out more about you two and the work that you're doing, where can they find you?
We live on Facebook.
Yeah, we do.
That's probably our most popular
Yeah.
one. We love chatting and connecting
Yeah.
as well. We love to hear from people. So if anyone's got any questions, always reach out. But you can catch us on Facebook
or our web,
Nat Guyan
Catherine
Cat Lynch, or on Instagram.
Yeah, Hustle and Health.
Yeah, Hustle and Health.
Amazing. Thank you both. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
amazing.
I absolutely love it. It's changed my life.
Really has.
I can tell, I can tell.
Yeah.
And you're changing loads of lives with it as well, which is
ripple.
really
It's
exciting.
about, that's it. Rise together.
Right.
Thank you, ladies. And if you're watching this thinking, I'd love to know more about the Heart Healing certification, then just reach out to me. You can message me on Facebook or email support@natashabray.co.uk. We can share more with you about our next cohort, and we have a special offer of the Ultimate Uplevel Academy that Nat did that is going to be included as a bonus, which is like the best bonus ever. So to help you with growing yourself and your business as well as training in heart healing. So that's it from us, and I look forward to speaking to some of you soon. Bye for now. Thank you, ladies. Bye.